God bless you guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I know I haven't posted in a couple weeks. I took a little break off and I just decided to lock in with God, just spend more time with God and self-reflect on my life, fix some things in my life and just spend more time with God. So a week ago, I was in Colorado with my family and it was beautiful, It was a road trip. We were driving there. It was like 10 hours and honestly, it was beautiful over there. When we got there, one of the days we went to this, it was like a little mountain. It was like a little mountain and we were walking up this trail. And the trail, as we were walking up the trail, you could see like the minerals in the ground. You could see the rocks, everything. It was so beautiful. And as I was walking up the trail, you had to look around, because there was a lot of rocks. And I was just looking up and I kept walking on the trail and I kept going up. And I ended up getting to the highest part of the trail. And when I got up there, you could see everything from above. It was like the peak of the mountain. And as we're up there, I look around and I just see everything. I could see everything from up there. Everything was so beautiful. And when I was up there, I felt this peace. I felt so much peace surrounding me, like the nature, everything. It was so beautiful. And then another day, the next day goes by and I wake up and I feel really weird. Like I feel this like uneasy feeling, like I feel super weird. I don't know why. I felt like really out of place. It was just weird. I felt really unmotivated. That's the word. I felt unmotivated and out of place. And I just kept going on with my day. I kept going on with my day. And then in the night, we went to these conferences, these family conferences. And they invited this guest speaker. His name is Josh. And they introduced him. They put him on the stage. And he goes to his piano. It's like this nice red piano. He stands on top of it. He's on the stage and he stands up there and he starts playing the piano. And he starts worshiping God. And I just close my eyes. And I start praying. I start worshiping God. I'm like, God, you know what? I know I felt uneasy. I felt weird. I felt out of place today. But you know what? Regardless of all that, I'm going to worship you. I'm gonna worship you. Regardless of how I'm feeling, God, I'm going to worship you. And I start worshiping God. And the guy, Josh, he starts playing the piano. And he starts singing. And when he starts singing and playing those keys, you could tell it's coming from his soul. Like, he wasn't just singing because anyone could sing, but it was coming from God's heart. Like, his words were coming from God's heart. And it was so pure, so peaceful, full of peace. It was literally so peaceful. As he starts singing, the atmosphere changes. Instantly changes the atmosphere. Everything changes. And you just feel God's presence. And as I'm there in that moment in my seat, with my eyes closed and my head down, I just start worshiping God. And tears start flowing down my face. I start crying. I start feeling God's presence. And God speaks to me, and I wrote down what God spoke to me. This is what God told me in that moment. My presence brings rest. My presence brings peace. My presence brings joy. My presence brings happiness. My presence is a solution to everything. I feel like a lot of times, sometimes we feel uneasy. We feel out of place. We feel different emotions. Sometimes we're mad, we could be sad. We all go through different emotions every single day. But I want to tell you guys something. Whenever you feel like that, don't let that feeling dictate how your day is going to be. Don't let those emotions dictate your future, Don't let those emotions dictate how your day goes on. And when God told me those words, it completely changed everything. I was like, wow, God. I started to reflect. And I was like, God, it's so true. Your presence is literally the solution to everything. Like, sometimes I get caught up in my head and my problems and the things that we go through as humans. And sometimes we just don't realize that God's presence is literally the solution to everything. His presence brings peace if you're stressed over work. I know I was stressed this week because I was taking some classes this week and I had to work all day. I was super stressed and God's presence gave me his peace. And even though I was stressed this week, His presence calmed me. It gave me peace, and I was able to, go throughout my week. Even though I had to do a million things, I was able to overpass those things. So I want to tell you, whoever's watching this, that God's presence is the solution to everything. So it doesn't matter what you're going through. It does not matter, as long as you just reach out to God. Be like, God, your presence is the solution to everything, and I surrender to you. Literally, His presence will come flooding in the room, and it will solve all of your problems. God is literally the solution to all of our problems. We just need to reach out to Him. We just need to call out on His name, and He will be there for you. God bless you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and keep moving forward. Keep moving forward, and don't give up. God has a purpose with your life. God bless you.